Okay, how's it going? Today we're going to be working on changing the battery on this 2008 Chrysler Sebring. Nothing too fancy, but we're going to change the battery. Battery's about 10 years old in this thing now, and it's starting to get cold outside, so it doesn't like to start. 30s, 40s, it'll start fine. If it gets any colder than that, it just doesn't want to do it. So we're going to change it, show you how to do it. Let's get started. Okay, so for this project, to change the battery on a 2008 Sebring, you're gonna need a jack stand preferred, a socket wrench with a 10mm and a 1/2 inch socket, a 7mm nut driver or 7mm wrench or ratchet, flathead screwdriver, a new Group 86 battery, and a large wrench or an impact with a 3/4 inch socket to get the lug nuts off. First thing you're gonna wanna do is get in the car and reach down by your left foot and open the hood. Down on this side, you got this latch right here. Yank that thing. Come over to the front of the car. Right down on the driver's side of the emblem, you'll see this little lever here. Push that thing in, and then you can lift the hood up. Okay, so I think the first thing that you'll notice once you get underneath here is you don't really see a battery. The battery is actually down underneath the driver's side headlight. Next in the process, you're going to want to grab a jack and a flathead screwdriver, and you can begin to jack the car up. And then always, for your safety, use a jack stand. So I usually keep the jack and the jack stand underneath it, just in case. Always some added protection. Now you can grab your flathead, stick it into the cap here, pry the cap off. Grab a wrench and get those lug nuts off. So I'm going to be using a 3/4 inch impact socket and an impact. You can do this with a wrench also. If you do it with a wrench, just make sure that the wheel is either locked or on the ground when you start to loosen it. Lug nuts are off. Put them in a pile or somewhere where you're going to remember where they are. Maybe on the center cap or something like that. And pull the wheel off. And put the wheel somewhere where you're going to remember where that is also. Going to need the wheels sometimes. So next we're going to need to get inside of here. So you can see we have some screws around, and we also have some of these little push clips. So these clips, there's going to be a little centerpiece that comes out. So we'll pop that centerpiece out and pull the pin out. So I'll go around and do all that. So as you can see, these clips are actually a 2-piece unit. So this centerpiece will come right out. And then this other piece will be clipped in here. You can also use your screwdriver to pop this centerpiece out. Just for a better look at how this piece functions, you have this initial plastic clip that goes in, and this will go inside the hole. And you have this other piece that pushes in and kind of expands it and holds it in place. After we remove the 5 clips, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, we have 2 more screws, 1 and 2, connecting the bumper to the inside of this panel. Just going to go through now and take a 7mm wrench. This is actually just like a nut driver. You could use a 7mm socket or anything else. Go through, remove those. Go through and remove both of these. Alright, now after the 5 clips and the 2 screws are removed, pull down from the top to clear the spring. And then you can clear it from the bumper. Pull this whole panel right out. Next we have a few different things we need to do here. This is a 10mm that I'm using. Loosen up the positive post. Just do a couple turns on it, and then it should be enough to come off. Get that out of the way. So now I'm going to use a 1/2 inch socket. I'll start to take this strap off. And then I'll also be able to use this 1/2 inch for the battery hold down right here. Alright, Alright, so this just swings out of the way. Now I should be able to loosen up the battery hold down and get this thing out of there. The battery hold down is loose. It's going to lift up on it, rotate it forward, and then it'll come right out of the hole. Now the battery should be loose to start to slide forward and come out. Just be careful for the negative pulse on the other side. You don't want to damage that. We'll pull that down, pull this thing out of the way. As we guide the battery out, switch back over to the 10mm wrench. Loosen that up a little bit. Now get the battery out. That's getting the battery out. Now we will go through, we'll do the opposite steps and we'll put the battery back in, and then we won't have any more issues starting the car. All right, next thing you gotta do is cross your fingers and hope it starts. Bingo. Okay, friends, that's about it. Thanks for watching. If this video was helpful, leave a like or a comment. Be sure to subscribe. Until next time, have a good one.